Hey guys, welcome to Jack's Beautiful You. My name is Jackie, and on this channel, we mostly talk about perfumes. Today's video, we're going to be talking about some holiday Christmas perfumes. These are the fragrances that just scream Christmas to me, and they're just so festive and they smell like you're coming home for the holidays. And yeah, I'm super excited for Christmas. I had my tree up right after Halloween. Halloween was over and like my Christmas tree went up not that same weekend, but the weekend after. I'm one of those people. Yeah, I get really excited. And these are some just happy festive fragrances. I can't wait to share them with you. And if you're interested in seeing what they are, then just keep on watching. All right, I want to start off with one that is newer to my collection. This is the new release by Argos, and this is called Sacred Flame. And I'm really excited to pull this out and wear this. I already did my December perfume tray, but I'm also going to be dipping into these fragrances for December as well, just because, yeah, these say holiday, holiday parties. Christmas, family, fun, coming home for the holidays. And this one really gives me that vibe. And I think it's because it's spicy. It's very warm, it's very spicy. So you have peach and tangerine in here, and I pick up the tangerine, which also kind of gives me a Christmassy vibe. It's juicy sweet, and I absolutely love it. But then you have the ginger, you have clove, pepper, and also cinnamon. Warm, spicy with this gorgeous sweet tangerine note. This is a complex fragrance for sure. There's tons of notes in here. There's some floral notes, there's some patchouli, there's lots of vanilla and amber. It's very ambery, warm, very cold weather appropriate type of fragrance, which also gives it that holiday feeling. And then there's some sandalwood, there's tonka bean, but it says that there's bark in here as well. There's bark and orris in here, and I'm not sure what is causing. I don't know if it's a combination of the bark and the patchouli, but it's giving this deeper, darker base, which turns this into a unisex fragrance. This is definitely, I really don't feel like this leans one way or the other. This doesn't smell super feminine to me, but it doesn't smell super masculine to me either. I feel comfortable wearing it, and I am so excited to play around with this one some more. This is such a good smelling fragrance. It's unique. It definitely does have the Argos DNA though. You know what I mean? Like if you have tried lots of Argos fragrances, they kind of have a similar DNA in a lot of their fragrances, and that is in here for sure. So I would recommend testing this. Don't blind buy it. It's complex. It's not going to be for everyone. It's very complex, but it does remind me of the holidays because of this warm, spicy, ambery tangerine. I love it. I think it smells so good. All right, this one absolutely has to be in this video. This is by Milano Fragranze Panettone, and this smells like panettone. So this is an Italian dessert. Panettone is an Italian dessert, and they eat it around Christmas time. And it smells like bread. It's like a sweet, fruity bread with lots of orange, and I almost kind of get like a raisin, like a dark fruit vibe in here as well. There's a little bit of a boozy, I think there's rum in here. This just screams holiday. I've never actually had panettone, but yeah, this is like a fruity, boozy, bready, sweet bread. Very realistic to food. This is a foodie gourmand. You definitely have to be into that to like this. I get decent performance out of it, and it just makes me smile. It makes me smile, it makes me happy. And I absolutely love wearing this one for the holidays. So this is by Milano Fragranze Panettone. Up next we have by Xerjoff. This is Starlight. I don't know why this reminds me of Christmas. I don't know, but it does. It's very holiday festive smelling to me. This is a cardamom balm. I get a ton of cardamom in here. Oh, I love this fragrance. It smells like a gourmand to me. It smells like a cardamom cookie. I definitely get this cookie vibe in here. There's almond and cardamom, and I get a cookie vibe. And I don't know why I think of Christmas, but this is when I love to wear this fragrance. It just smells like something's baking, something spicy and warm and sweet smelling is baking in the oven. And that makes me think of the holidays. Oh, I absolutely adore this fragrance. This is an absolutely wonderful performing fragrance. One of my favorite Xerjoffs. Really, all of my Xerjoffs I absolutely love. Xerjoff is such a loved house for me, and this is just so, so, so good. This does smell kind of similar to Remember Me by Javoy, except that one is a lot more lactonic. And this one, and it also has tea in it. This one is more of like a cookie vibe. So yeah, really enjoy this one. This is by Xerjoff Starlight. Okay, so cinnamon definitely reminds me of the holidays. So this one is holiday in a bottle for me. This is by Une Nuit Nomade, and this is Sugar Leather. This fragrance is lots of like a cinnamon, like a sugary sweet cinnamon with caramel, but then just when you think it's going to be too sweet, it is leather in the base. But it's a very smooth leather. I would say it's more like suede, but leather nonetheless. I feel like that's important to note. You still have to like that in order to, I mean, you can definitely pick it up in here. This definitely has leather, smooth, suedey base for sure. Man, I haven't worn this one in a while. I love this. The cinnamon is definitely here. I get so much cinnamon from this fragrance. I will tell you, if you do not like cinnamon, I don't think you're going to like this. I get a ton of it, like a ton, a blast. Now, I'm a huge, huge fan of cinnamon, so I love it, but keep that in mind. And then I do get that caramel. This is so good. I love the combo of the sweet and the suede, the smooth suede together. It just smells fantastic. And the performance is really good on this as well. Definitely gives me holiday vibes for sure. Une Nuit Nomade Sugar Leather. Of course, I have to bring this one up. This is probably my most like obvious holiday fragrance, and they bring it back every year. They always say it's limited edition, but every year it comes back. So it'll be back around, I'm sure. This is by Jo Malone, and this is Ginger Biscuit. This fragrance smells like a gingerbread cookie, straight up. Like that's it. Gingerbread cookie, like ginger snaps. I absolutely love the way it smells, but I only wear it this time of year and I have to like douse myself because the performance is pretty poor. However, I did buy a lotion. I don't remember. It's like Jolly Gingerbread Village or something like that from Bath and Body Works that I pair with this, and it does help a little bit, but still I have to just like every couple of hours spray myself down because the performance is not good. But the scent is absolutely delicious. Holiday gingerbread cookie, ginger snap cookies in a bottle, gingerbread house vibes. I mean, this is definitely Christmas right here. And I do like to wear it for this time of year. So just keep in mind the performance is not great, but if you're okay with just maybe like, I have a little decant of it that I carry around with me and just refresh and then it's okay. If you're okay with doing that, you know, and smelling like a gingerbread cookie sounds good to you, give this one a try. This is by Jo Malone Ginger Biscuit. Okay, the obvious one as well, this one we all know is Holiday in a Bottle. This is Angel Share by Kilian, and this smells like a cinnamon, boozy apple pie. But just when you think it's going to be too gourmand, the oak in the base comes through. And it's absolute perfection in my opinion. I absolutely love it. This is boozy and sweet, lots of cinnamon. I definitely get that like just fresh out of the oven baked apple pie feel from this fragrance, even though there's no apple note in here. I don't know what's giving it that, but seriously, every time I wear this, my husband's like, ooh, apple pie. He definitely gets apple pie from this fragrance as well. And this is just one of my all-time, or this is my all-time favorite fragrance, and I definitely love to wear it for Thanksgiving and Christmas. This is my Thanksgiving and Christmas scent, and I will always have a bottle of Angel Share in my collection, and I cannot wait for the flanker. I still don't know when that's coming out, but you better believe when it's out, I will be buying it and testing it for you guys. But this is just such a happy, this is definitely coming home for the holidays for me. Absolutely. So this is by Kilian, Angel Share. All right, this one reminds me of Christmas morning. This one reminds me of, you know, getting up. Actually, okay, so for me and my family, we usually do Christmas, like open presents on Christmas Eve. It's a tradition that we've just always done. We've been a little different, I guess, I don't know why. I guess my mom always did that, and her family before always did that. And anyway, so we would open our presents Christmas Eve. But for people who, I've watched movies where, kids wake up Christmas morning and they can't wait and they run downstairs and there's snow on the ground and they're all their presents and Santa came and, there's some sort of pastry and coffee on the table. You know what I mean? Like that's the picture that I get in my head. So that's why this reminds me of Christmas morning. And this is by Dyad and this is Rise and Shine. This is definitely a gourmand for sure. This has coffee, it has cinnamon, has like the cinnamon streusel, the muffin, cinnamon streusel muffin. And then it even has that cream feel to it, that like creamy stuff that you just sprinkle, the glaze on top of the cinnamon streusel. Oh my gosh, you guys, this smells so good. But to make it so that it's not so sweet, there's also like this almond vibe in here, almost like you get the almond, like a little bit of a like almond shavings on the cinnamon streusel, and then I do pick up coffee, and that helps to like taper down the sweetness a little bit. Yeah, it's delicious, you guys. This is what I would imagine for Christmas morning. If I were to wake up and go downstairs as a kid and see all my presents and look over at the table and the parents are drinking coffee and there's cinnamon streusels or cinnamon rolls, you know what I mean? Yeah, Christmas morning right here. This is very, very foodie gourmand, very realistic to foodie gourmand. So you do have to like gourmands to like this, but that's the picture it paints and it just makes me happy and I absolutely love it. And the performance is pretty good. And this is not a super expensive fragrance. I think it was like $65, something like that. So, not terrible and it smells delicious. So yeah, absolutely love this one. This is Rise and Shine. All right, up next we have one that also is very holiday feeling for me because this has lots of cinnamon in it and tobacco, and it kind of reminds me of my husband smokes cigars. So at Christmas, a lot of times like the people in the family who smoke cigars, they would go outside and have cigars. So that just brings in my mind like this holiday feel for me. So this is by Parfums de Marly Herod. And I love wearing this one around this time of year. My husband loves this fragrance as well. This has cinnamon and black pepper in the opening. I don't really get a lot of black pepper on me, but on my husband, it does come through. But I get a lot of the cinnamon on my skin. I get a lot of the tobacco, but the tobacco smells completely different on me than it does on him. On me, it's just a sweet, unlit, not smoky tobacco. On him, it smells more smoky, and there's also like a leather feel on his skin when he wears this. I don't get that at all. It doesn't smell like that on me. It's crazy. I get lots of the vanilla when I wear it. So this isn't safe. I really have never experienced a fragrance that smells quite so different. Like it smells completely different on my husband than it does on me. So I would say you need to test this on your skin because I don't know what it's going to do for you. But for me, it's cinnamon, unlit sweet tobacco, and lots of vanilla. I love this fragrance. The only complaint I have is that the performance is not amazing. It's only okay. It's not terrible, but it could be better. I do really wish the performance was better on this one, but I adore the way it smells. So this is by Parfums de Marly Herod. All right, this next one reminds me of the night before Christmas, sugar plums, dancing in your head. It's sweet, but then, the parents are sneaking some drinks of cognac while they're reading you the story of sugar plums. And this is such a holiday feeling. It's spicy, it's warm, it's boozy. It just smells like the holidays. This is by Sense of Wood, Plum, and Cognac, and I adore this fragrance. The only complaint I have is that it does stain your clothes. It is a purple juice, and I've accidentally sprayed it on light colored clothing. That was a mistake, but I adore this scent. There's definitely a sweet plum in here, but it's not overly ripe plum. It's just perfect how they did it. It's a Definitely a ripe, sweet plum, but sometimes plum, if it's done too much, if it's too thick and too dense, it can almost smell rotten to my nose. This is perfection. And I love the balsam in here. Sometimes I don't like balsamic, but in here it's perfect. Mixed with the cinnamon and then the rum and the vanilla. Oh, it's delicious, but it's not a gourmand. It's a warm, spicy, boozy fragrance that smells fantastic on both men and women. I could easily see this on a man, but I love to wear it too. It's perfectly unisex and it's just so festive and happy. I absolutely love this. So this is by Sense of Wood, Plum, and Cognac. All right, guys, and last but definitely not least is by Hez Parfums, and this is Banana Bread Banshee. I am so excited to be wearing this fragrance again. Discovered this last year, right around this time, I think. Somebody said that this was their favorite blind buy of 2023. And I was like, I've never heard of that before. So I looked it up, I blind bought it, and I fell in love with it. It's definitely a gourmand. It smells like banana bread for sure. Man, I have not worn this in a while. I'm excited. This again smells like Christmas morning to me. You know, like you're baking banana bread Christmas morning, you're about to open presents. Oh my gosh, I need some banana bread. I love banana bread, but this also, okay, I don't think there's nutty notes listed in this fragrance, but I always get something that smells like walnuts in here to me. So to me, this smells like a nutty walnut banana bread. Really good performance. It's sweet. It's delicious. It's so good. This was my first Hez fragrance, and I still am so in love with this perfume. I think they did such a great job on it. If you want something that smells like banana bread. All right, guys, those are the fragrances I'm the most excited to wear this holiday season. And I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think of these. Have you tried them? Do you like them? Do you love them? Do you hate them? And also, what are some of your favorite holiday fragrances? Give me your suggestions. I love to get suggestions from you guys so that I can check out more perfumes and discover fragrances that I might be missing out on. So let me know in the comment section. And if you did like this video and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope everybody is having an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye.